Hello, my name is iannie, and I am making my submission for week 6 project. I decided to use Android instead of the Windows phone because I have an Android and I wanted to see if I could get some practice and apply some of the ideas I learned by watching lectures into a new skill set. So, my API was not designed very well for this week's assignment. It was a Latin tool. You could add verbs and tenses, and those things don't really work well with mobile development posts and things like that. So I decided to pick something else, to an API that I haven't used before, and I decided to try looking at the Twitter API. Now, I don't use Twitter, and you'll see that when we make some tweets on my account, it's really not going to, or you're going to see that I have some really old tweets. But with that in mind, in front of us we have Android Studio. It is very similar to Eclipse, and I think it uses the same background software. I have my code written here. This is, if you haven't done Android development, you basically make a whole bunch of layouts and views and activities. This is the main activity here, and this is what happens this is what tells us what we're going to do from the start page. So this is what the app looks like right now. It's very basic. You can enter status update, you can hit tweet, and it will take that status update and upload it to my personal account, and then you can also list the tweets. And down at the bottom you see that we are going to use geolocation to geotag any tweet we make. But before we get there, I wanted to show some things here about this code. I used a library called Twitter4J, which stands for Twitter for Java. It helps encapsulate all the odd things, or not all the odd things, but it helps encapsulate the Twitter API in a very Java-friendly way. So all these calls are part of this library that I'm utilizing. And the main reason I decided to do that was when it came time to authenticate with Twitter. It's a two-step process. You have to authenticate with a consumer key and an access token. I had to register my app with my account to give it permission to access. So this is OAuth authentication, and Twitter for Java has it all built in and makes it a lot easier to deal with. But I'm still setting all the parameters for the post. So down here I'm setting the authorization for the consumer key that we had up there, and then I'm doing the same thing with the access token, the access token here, and the access token secret string. And so these are the parameters that are going to be sent along with their status update to the Twitter API, and it's going to be sent as a post. Now, it doesn't say post here, but if we pull up the API again, you'll see that status update is a post call, and right here is where we execute the status update. So this is the part that actually sends out the post request. You can also see that we are building a geolocation. Up here we get I was practicing sending parameters from one activity to another, or we could have just gotten these from the one place, or from the same place that we do down here where we have set location. We could have done a get location, but I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to practice with the application, the passing of parameters from one activity to another. So over here you see whenever the location changes, it's going to update these files and they're going to be sent. Right here, these text fields are right down here. So this just shows, this helps with testing, but also shows where you are. Currently, it's where I'm I'm located in North Carolina, but it's very easy to go on a map. I have this map here, and I can take this map and go wherever I want. So now you can see that we're located in a different place, which is pretty neat. And the emulator I'm using here is Visual Studio's Android emulator, which actually works a lot better than the one that comes with Android Studio. So let's make a tweet. So I'm just going to sit here and saying, oops, I apologize, I have to click in here. So I'm going to hit testing app, and actually I should probably bring in my Twitter feed so that you see and actually go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit tweet, and it's loading. Nope, it didn't work. That's the error message. Let's see. Let's try this again. There we go. It could have just been some random thing. Was the request didn't go through. So you see that I have testing here. That was the API, or that is the tweet I sent. And if I go to details, we see that the location is Oregon, USA, because that's where I put the last marker, somewhere in Oregon. And you can, it's pretty neat. I could put it over here in China, and I can go back here. The back button takes us back to here. And by the way, if I try to send the same tweet again, it's going to say I'm an abject failure, because the API does not let you do that. So I'm going to go here and say changing location and hit tweet. So we have a success again, and we just go back to where we were. View new tweet and go to the, we want to look at the details. Where's the details button? There it is. So we click on that, and it should show that we've gone to the Hunan People's Republic of China. So this is pretty neat combination of the Android Studio, Visual Studio's Android emulator, plus this Java library that is making this project a lot easier for me, and it's helped me learn a lot. Now, we also needed to do something where we called and got something back from the API, and that's where this list tweets comes in. So I can click on list tweets here, and it creates a tweet list. So you see that the change in location was the last tweet we sent in testing. Now these come, I'll show you in the code where these come back, but I want to show you that it does have the touch sensitivity, the scrolling, as you would expect. And this is something called a list view. And if we come back and look in the code, we'll see that the list view, apologize, here we go, nope, oh, just one moment, there we go. All right, so this is, what this does is it does the access token and the consumer tokens just like we did before. And here we are using a different method called get user timeline. And if we were to look at the Twitter API again, you would see that this is a get, and this is going to, when there's no parameter sent, it is going to return the current logged in user's timeline. So this is going to return a timeline, and it returns it as a JavaScript list, sorry, a Java list. And that Java list is going to be handled here. And it's where? So what I do is I iterate over the entire structure of this list. Now, this list is coming back as a Twitter for JavaScript.status type, and in that there's a lot of different things. But right now, just to practice, I'm only getting to the text. So I could get other information from this status type, but right now, like I said, I'm just getting the text of each one. And I'm just building a tweets array or list. And right here is where I build the list view, and I create the list view here, and I fill it with the tweets I just built, and then this sets the list view that is on the layout to the adapter I just built. So that creates the entire list, and I could add links to this. I can do pagination. I can do pages and things like that. But I just wanted to show you the basic functionality of this app. It's not a lot, but it does. I did learn a lot doing this. So I hope that covers everything. I'm going to be including obviously the PDF with it, so that should answer any questions that I did not go over here. But if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me, and have a wonderful day.